When I was thinking what to say today on this special occasion of All Souls Day, which usually doesn't fall on Sunday, I said to myself that there's a few things probably you should say. Number one, if you're confused that you have some kind of missile in your hands and readings are not matching, that is because we have 3 different masses to choose from. That means don't be worried, you're not losing your mind. We just have some choices. We have three different colors. We can have black, white, and purple on this occasion as well. But a little bit of the history of this. Why is it so important to celebrate All Souls Day? In some, I would say, nationalities, known as a day for dead. Because at the beginning, we have to go back to the Old Testament, and in the book of Maccabees, we are going to hear about kings and some generals of the armies basically crying over the soldiers they lost. Later, of course, we have a New Testament and the whole story of dying of Jesus. But later, around the year 1048, when the abbot Attila asked to create a special day right after the All Saints' Day, this is why All Souls Day falls on the November 2nd after All Saints. That's basically from when we started celebrating on November 2nd. In 1915, Pope Benedict XV also, in one of his decrees, he said that priests on that day can say 3 masses. And that's why we have 3 colors. You can say a mass and wear the white vestments, second in purple and third in black. But how that applies to us now? And I think the story that I testified to, and that story is about 32 years old, probably will explain to all of us why it's so important that we heard those readings about God providing to the needs of people, God protecting the dead, and removing the pain. 32 years ago, when we're traveling to visit the cemetery exactly on November 2nd, the boy asked the grandma the question, why we're going? It's so cold. We should stay home, not be worried about going to the cemetery and pray. And the answer that he received from grandmother was very simple. And she did it this way. She said that you don't remember your grandfather because he passed away before you even got to know him. You don't remember most of the family members that are already buried. But we go to pray for them because they cannot pray for themselves. Because we believe that through our prayers, if someone is in the purgatory, we can release them from it. Purgatory as a place of purification. But through our prayers, that person can become a saint. And that's how that grandmother stopped explaining that. And I remember reach out to the cemetery. We attended the mass at that cemetery that day. I think it was 20 below zero, but everyone was at the graves of their loved ones. And we all prayed for the salvation of those who were with us at some point. The boy to whom she was talking was my brother. That means I was a witness there because we know each other very well in the families. The second part of that is after we visited the cemetery, we went to have a nice, I'll put this way, lunch, homemade by grandma. But how we can relate to that even from this story and from everything to our daily life? All Souls Days falls very close to Thanksgiving, very close to Christmas. And I think if we want to take anything from this celebration, it's for us to ask the question, what and how I can do better? How I can better prepare for Thanksgiving? How I can better prepare for Christmas, that I can share the love which I have with one another. That I can share all of the memories that I have about those, they were with us at some point, but they are dead now, with one another. That's how we should apply this feast day before those holidays coming up. Because when you go to the store, probably you can already buy everything what you need for Christmas. But this day, today of November 2nd, give us the break to step back and think about our own life, what we should improve in our life. that we ourselves, at some point, when God will call us from this world, and we're going to join all of those All Souls people, can receive the recognition of those with whom we are now spending those holidays, Thanksgiving and Christmas. That at some point we're going to be remembered by those that are going to stay here. Maybe grandchildren, maybe your children, maybe some friends and family members. That means, brothers and sisters, the meaning of this for us is to pray for those that died before us, but also to recognize how our life is basically unique, but at the same point that can end at any time. And I will quote my babci, my grandmother again over here, by saying, you have to try to live your life and every day as this is your last day, because we do not have a promise of being awake tomorrow. That means do your best to reconcile with one another, to remember those they went before us, and to spread that love that we learned from those they passed away with our neighborhood, with our families, and with those we don't know, that they can see in us those good messengers to be at some point, hopefully, called not only people that are deceased, but saints.